Good afternoon, everybody. I am Marcy Lalande, and I am the Manager of Corporate Services, and I wanted to invite you to our first Council Remuneration Committee meeting of Friday, April 22nd at 2:05 p.m. And I would like to acknowledge with respect that we are meeting on the traditional territory of the Algonquin-speaking people, and we're honored to have the opportunity to build strong working relationships with the people of the Songhees and Esquimalt nations. So what I will do, first of all, is call the meeting to order at 2:05 p.m. And I will actually ask to do a roll call. And if you can just unmute for those of you that are online and just introduce yourselves. So we have Del de Medeiros, am I saying it right? Here. Mike
Almost.
Riley. Thank you.
Del de Medeiros, yes.
And just so you know, you just have to press your button and the video will go to you.
Understood.
Thank you. We have Henry Lamb.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you. And Deb Alcadino. Hi there. Did it work? Perfect. Thank you, everybody. And so we're looking to get approval of the agenda, and I'm looking for a mover, please. So moved by Deb Alcadino. And what I would like to do is just to do an introduction of the committee. So what I'd like to ask, I'll ask one of you at a time to just give a quick little introduction to yourself to the rest of the committee members. So we'll start with Del Medeiros. Thank you. Sorry, I knew I would say it wrong. Sorry,
Yeah.
Del.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Del de Medeiros, longtime Colwood resident, and I also work with the province of BC and have for about 22 years, mostly in capital project implementation around the province, and also have a staff of about 20 or so project managers and coordinators. So pretty in touch with salary and kind of course of trends in terms of remuneration. So hopefully I can provide some of that background for this committee. Happy to be here, though.
Thank you so much, Del. And Henry Lamb, if you can introduce yourself. Thank you.
Great, thanks, Marcy. Hi, I'm Henry Lamb. Like Del, I've been a Colwood type resident for probably about 15 plus years now. At the moment, I work for a IT company called Workday. You might see some of their products and their logo on some of our PGA golfers out there. And I've been working with them for about 3 years downtown. Previous to that, I was a IT consultant to most of different ministries in the province, working here in Victoria. So really happy to be part of this committee and contributing to Colwood. This is an incredible opportunity. Thanks.
Thank you, Henry. Appreciate that. And Mike Riley, if you can introduce yourself. Thank you.
Look at that. Perfect. Hi, everyone. My name is Mike Riley, and I've been a Colwood resident since 2008. I am a financial advisor with my own independent practice here in the West Shore, and happy to lend my thoughts and opinions to the panel.
Thank you, Mike. And Deb Alcadino, if you can introduce yourself. Thank you.
Hi there, I'm Deb Alcadino, longtime Colwood resident. Well, I don't know, 17 years. I don't know if that qualifies as long. Happy to be here on council. My company is called Business for Social Good, training Canadian female founders how to integrate social impact into their business.
Thank you, everybody, for your introduction. So now we are at the election of the chair. So I don't know how you prefer to do it. I'm not sure if anybody wants to raise their hands if they're interested in being the chair, and if we could maybe put a motion forward for anybody who's interested in that.
I would nominate Deb Alcadino.
So we have a motion to make Deb Alcadino the chair of the committee. And if we can get a vote, and we can do it by a show of hands, if everybody could just let me know.
I would love somebody else to step forward for nomination of the chair. Thank you, Mike.
Would you rather not?
If there is another interested party, I would welcome that.
Okay.
Did you want to nominate someone?
I would happily nominate Mike.
Prior to deciding to vote on this, Mike, would you be interested in being the chair of this committee?
Are we going to have a runoff?
Maybe.
No, that's fine. I'll stand as chair.
Thank you. So if we could get a vote on that, that was moved by Deb Alcadino, that Mike Riley be the chair of the Council Remuneration Committee. By a show of hands, anybody who is in agreement? Thank you, thank you. That looks like a unanimous decision, Mike. It looks like you're the chair. So I will now hand it over to you.
All right, thank you, everyone. We're now on to, we've done the introduction, election chair. So new business. It would be my understanding that the new purpose of our meeting today is to review the previous report and the terms of reference and agree on them moving forward. Am I correct in that, Marcy?
Yes, a report has been provided with some general information that can help guide the committee in making their decisions. And so I believe everybody's had a chance to read it. I don't know if you need an overview on it, probably not. Included within the report is attachments, including the existing council remuneration bylaw, as well as the current expense reimbursement policy. And I've also populated a list of the CRD municipalities remuneration, along with other municipalities that are similar in size to Colwood. So what we were hoping for today was to have a review of that, the terms of reference. We've also put some proposals for upcoming meetings. That's up for discussion for the committee. So if a decision could be made on that, would be great. We anticipate it would be about 4 meetings to get through this work, but not necessarily so. So if you have to have other ones, we could arrange that as well. So the terms of reference, it would be nice if anybody had any comment on that, and then to discuss the meeting dates. And also, just so you know, we have our human resources manager in the audience at this meeting, Candace Perkins, that is available for any resource information that the committee might need, as well as staff that can provide any further research or information that you may require. And staff is also available to help you compile your results into a report to bring forward to council at the end of your mission. Thank you.
Thank you, Marcy.
Mike, can I ask a question, Mike? Sorry about that.
Go ahead.
Just the terms of reference and the information, was that sent out in the email?
It was part of the agenda package.
I don't believe I received that agenda package.
It was in the, when you received the email for the notification of the meeting, there was a hyperlink to go to the City of Colwood page that contained the agenda. And then there was the package that had all of the appendices and supporting documents. But I don't think it didn't necessarily come as an attachment to an email. It was the hyperlink in your meeting notification from Amanda.
Okay, I'll look through that. Thank you.
Okay, well, knowing that, and Dill, did you get a chance to go through the package?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so knowing that Henry didn't get that opportunity, perhaps we could just take a few minutes and we'll hit the high points of each of the components of the terms of reference, and then if it's acceptable to the rest of the panelists on the committee, that we would then review in absentia through email that we have read and would move forward with the terms of reference as they are. Seeing nodding.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Any comments, Deb? Okay. So the purpose of the committee shall be to conduct research, review existing bylaws, policies, and practices, and provide an independent report with recommendations with respect to council remuneration, benefits, and expenses for the next term of office. And the report may include, but is not limited to, recommendations with respect to the guiding principles, the appropriate remuneration, base salaries and per diems, benefits, allowances and expenses, options for making periodic adjustments to establish remuneration, and standards for remuneration review. In the previous part of this, which again, you will not have seen, Henry, there is a breakdown of what the compensation has been for mayor and council since 1985-86. Which appears to be more of a base amount with an annual increase based on what I can only imagine is CPI. So we're now at a point where essentially what the committee can come up with is an agreement to continue that or to set a new standard moving forward. And I think we have comparisons of other municipalities where based on population, we could draw some conclusions as to whether the compensation is fair and representative or not. So the next section is the composition and quorum. So how it is that we will act as a committee. The next section is resources and support. So as Marcy mentioned, that we're not on our own. We do have access to multiple members of the city as resources. We do have a meeting schedule that which has been recommended in the agenda package, which is Friday, May 13th, Friday, June 3rd, Friday, June 24th. But if we want to change those dates or select other ones, we're free to do so. And we do have our meetings here, but also the hybrid option as we have today. The next section is on the procedures, the role of the committee. This is probably the sort of, we're getting into the meat of the terms of reference at this point, how it is that we are going to come up with our decisions and how we'll discuss it, the mechanism for moving forward. Section 6 is the duties, which of course were advisory in nature, nothing that we have is binding, but the purpose of this is to provide a disinterested third party recommendation so that council can then vote and include it in the bylaws. The recommendations will be provided to the chief administrative officer. Consensus approach, so we don't need to, it doesn't have, we just have to come up with a way of how we'll agree on this. We're going to review relevant data. We're not getting paid for this. And then the term is only for the lifetime of the committee. Once we've made a recommendation, then the committee will be extinguished. And in conducting our work, we're going to maintain clear view of our purpose from the terms of reference, focused and task-oriented and time-sensitive approach. We'll be accountable to one another and will be flexible process inclusive of the interest in the community. So I don't know that it's that difficult what we're going to do, frankly. Although I could be surprised.
Mike, I just have
Sure.
one amendment to the document, which Marcy alluded to earlier, which was the composition and quorum. We have 4 committee members, not 5. So that would need to be revised in the final terms of reference document.
Do we have the ability to appoint someone after the start of the committee based on that?
I wouldn't advise it because this is a very limited time that the committee has to make a deciding factor. Originally, we actually had it for 3 and we had more interest, and we were very happy to have as much support from the public that wanted to participate in this. So it's fine to have 4. And going forward, maybe for the next time that we do this 4 years from now, maybe we can have 5.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So we'll accept that amendment to make it 4. And 4 will be the size of the committee for the duration of its lifetime. Did you have a second amendment? No. Okay. Knowing that, Henry, did my explanation of how to access this package make sense?
Yes, and Amanda sent me a link as well. So thank you, Amanda.
Yes, thank you. Can we then agree that to read and through the process of email approval by next Friday? Does that give enough time to everyone to say yay or nay, with the ability to, if you had a question, that we can circulate it and everyone's emails have been shared with one another? Is that fair?
Yes.
Okay, so by next Friday, we will have approved the terms of reference.
Yes.
Perfect.
Approve the terms of reference at the next meeting if you'd prefer. That's fine. That gives you enough time to read through it and bring your comments back. We prefer, if you make decisions like that, to be in the public forum, just so everybody knows how you came to those decisions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So you're saying that May 13th will be our date to get together again and approve the terms of reference at that point. Okay. Is everyone in favor of that?
In favor.
We don't
Yes.
want
In
to come
favor.
up with a new process. So then I'm not sure what else we can accomplish in this meeting today.
So staff have put forward 3 dates for the committee's review to decide if that works for everybody, then we could schedule it now. We're open to other dates. I just wanted to put something down so you had something to review and decide on.
As far as I know, do you want to take a quick moment and check our calendars that those dates work?
Work for me.
So just so we can recap, May 13th, is it and then consecutive Fridays, or?
Yeah, I'm actually
Currently
not available on the
proposed is
13th.
May 13th, which is a Friday, June the 3rd, and Friday, June 24th. But if the committee does need to have additional meetings, that's not an issue. We just wanted to give you something to look at. It makes it a little easier when you have some dates before you to make a decision on.
Okay. So June 3rd does not, I will be out of town. So we may have to reschedule that instance, but the 24th does work.
And I'm not available on the May 13th, but I am available the week before on the 6th. So we can start with that one perhaps. Is the 6th a possibility for everyone?
For me, it is.
Yes from Henry.
Yes, that works for me.
Yes from Deb. How about you, Del?
Yes, if we can make it 2:30, or do they have to all at the same time?
No, 2:30 is fine.
2:30 is good with me.
Okay, so we're changing the May 13th to May the 6th at 2:30. And then Dale, you said that this June 3rd is not available.
That's correct.
Okay, do you have an alternative date?
We
Is it
can
just the
do-
Friday? Just the Friday? Is the Thursday okay?
Let's see here. Thursday. I could make Thursday work. That's June 2nd.
Does June 2nd work for you, Deb? But if we can get it now.
Or if that doesn't work, June 10th, if you want to keep Fridays rhythm.
How about 3? Would that be better? 3 on June the 2nd, 3 p.m.
That works for me. Yeah.
And Henry?
Mike, that works for me. A question for clarification though, these meetings, how long do we believe we need for them?
I've always figured that a meeting that lasts more than an hour is no longer providing any use.
That's a good perspective. Okay, then 3 o'clock works fine for me.
Okay, so it looks like we're doing 3 p.m. on June the 2nd.
Yes.
Cancel. And then the last one, Friday, June 24th. How's that for everybody?
Yep, I think that works for me.
Yes, from Dell.
It's so far in advance for me, it's good.
Okay.
And proposed time,
And did you say 2:30? Oh,
2:30 would work.
2:30? Do you know that's the best time to see the dentist? Best dad joke ever. Okay, perfect. We have our next 4 dates in and sorry, the next 3 dates in, and what we've done is just move one forward to get the draft resolution or draft terms of reference complete. And any other new business, and it's all new business,
Can I ask a question?
please.
A question for Marcy, how many, there's a budget on the second page of the document. How many counselors are being funded out of that 144,000?
That's for 6 members of council and the mayor.
6.
So 7 positions in total.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other comments?
Just my one more question. I know we planned for 3 additional meetings, but do we feel that those will be sufficient for the job we have at hand, or do we feel that we should tentatively put 1 more in our calendars just in case we need it?
Any comments? Do you? Yeah, I would be, again, I'd be surprised if it took us 4 or 3 subsequent meetings just to not have a direction and recommendation, Henry. But,
Okay.
you know, at the next meeting, if it looks like we're wildly off pace, then we can put another one in. Is that right, Marcy?
Absolutely. You can talk to staff and we can arrange another meeting if it's required.
Oh, okay, that sounds good.
I will say, one of the components of the terms of reference was that the report did have to be in place. I believe it was the 31st of July of the year of the election. So we do have to have it done by the middle of summer.
July 31st. Yeah.
Did I see that correctly? Yeah, okay. All right, seeing no further comments, I'll call for an adjournment.
Second.
Dell?
Sounds good.
Thank you very much, everyone. And
Thank
thank
you.
you to staff for setting this up.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye bye.